A warm good evening to all viewers. Welcome to the new video of English teacher. Think about what words we use most in English. Isn't that the usual number 3? A and the. We see any of these even as each word begins. But have you thought about these 3 words? These are what we call articles in English. Today we are going to look at the exact use of these. A model test is also included in the end of the video. Let's start. We can divide these 3 articles into 2 categories, definite article and indefinite article. Let's see what are the uses of articles. Articles is not used for a decoration. It gives us extra information about noun. Always it precedes a noun. You know, noun is a word that refers to a place, thing or a person. Articles also helps us to identify specific noun or member of group of noun. Articles can be said to be an adjective because they come before the noun. Now we move on to the first group of article, indefinite article. A and an comes under this indefinite article. It does not point out any particular person or thing. A is commonly used before consonants and an is with vowel sounds. Some common examples of indefinite articles are a cat, a dog, a boy, a ball, a book, a fish, a parrot, a butterfly, a pineapple, an apple, an elephant, an iron, an ox, an umbrella, an aeroplane, an eagle, an eye, an orange. We earlier said that the indefinite article an is always in front of vowels A, E, I, O, U. If so, how can this be rectified? A mistake to say that it is an university. The correct form is a university. Listen to the rules of indefinite articles with these tips. First one is an should be used if the word starts with the letter A or I. If all words starts with O except one, the an should be used. The first letter of the word is U and then it sounds like A. The an should be used. If the word starts with the letter H but H is silent, in that case an should be used. In the cases of short forms which starts with any of these letters R, E, X, M, O, N, A, H, I, L, S, F, an should be used. We can remember these letters by using a code. Raxmon Ahil SF. Let's take a look at A and an in detail. The examples of letters beginning with A and I is an apple, an island. Another example which starts with letter O is an orange, an owl, a 1 rupee note, a one-way ticket, a one-eyed man. Earlier we said that if the letter beginning with U and it sounds like A, an should be used. The example for this type is an umbrella, an umpire, an unusual thing. If the word starts with the U and its sound is also U, the example of such cases is a university, a unit, a uniform, a unique experience, a usual thing. And should not be used if the letters U and W comes after A. Example for this type is an eagle, an elephant. But if U or W comes after E and should not be used. Example for this is a European, a EU. We can move on to next case of an. An should be used whether H is silent. Example for this is an hour, an honorable man, an honest lady, an heir. If H is not silent, a house, a hopeless case. Next is the cases of short forms. All short forms which begins with the letters A, E, F, H, I, L, M, N, O, R, S, X should be used an. Example for this type is an SI, an LD clerk, an RDO. Let's pause here a while and think about the rules and examples of indefinite articles. Let's move on to definite article the. Let's look at the tips of definite article. Definite article the is used to point out specific person or a thing. When names are used as adjectives, the is used. The is used before the names of books or holy books, newspapers, musical instruments, famous monuments, inventions, ordinal numbers, morning, afternoon, evening, directions, different parts of the body, names of ship and train, names of races, name of countries made up of smaller units when a single noun is present, superlative degrees. Commonly used examples of the is the sun, the moon,
the earth, the sky, the sea.
The in the cases of sentences is I want to visit the patient, the teacher calls him, don't play on the road,
learn from the internet.
We already learned the uses of the. Now look at the examples of the. The Bible, the Hindu. These are the examples for books or holy books or newspaper. The violin, the guitar are the musical instruments. The Taj Mahal, the Red Fort are the famous monuments. The head, the nose are the different parts of the body. We learned that the is used in the case of a single noun. Example for this type is the cow gives us milk. The camel is the ship of the desert. The radio is invented by Marconi. The is used before the ordinal numbers like the first, the second. Before the directions we use the west, the east. Before the names of ship or train, the Titanic. Names of races like the Muslims, the Hindus. The is used before the superlative degrees like the longest, the youngest. Name of countries made up of smaller units. The is used. The USSR, the UAE, the UK. Let's move on to a model test paper.
Next we move on to the pronunciation of the. Sometimes we pronounced this the as the or sometimes the. For understanding the sound of the, we should know about 3 rules of pronunciation of the. First one is find out the sound of succeeding word. If the succeeding sound is a consonant sound, we should pronounce the as the. If the succeeding sound is a vowel sound, we should pronounce the as the. Let us move on to some examples. Now we know that the comes before a consonant sound. The is pronounced as the. So try to read these examples. He liked the doll very much. The rabbit eats the carrot. Each of the 7 chairs had painted. Here, the words that begin with the consonant sounds are the doll, the rabbit, the carrot, the 7. If the comes before a vowel sound like a, e, I, o, u, the is pronounced as the. Look at the examples. He liked the elephant. The owl eats the rat. Each of the 8 chairs had painted. Here, the words that comes before a vowel sounds are the elephant, the owl, the 8. Read as much as you can. Definitely you will get correct pronunciation easily. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.